Now, when we lived here, where the brow of the hill where it drops down, that was considered part of our property to the back line where it drops down again. And this was all garden. Tremendous amount of gardening, I'll tell you.
Yeah.
Yes, my mother worked all day in the gardens, but we had everything. We grew everything, so.
And this hill was still here going down.
The hill was still here, but there was an outhouse right there.
Really?
Right there.
Ah,
Yes.
right by the barn.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
They got tipped over several times, but it was there. There was no indoor plumbing.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay,
So that was the bathroom.
So, do you know who your dad bought the house from?
It was, I have a deed, and it was from the Houghton family.
Houghton family, huh?
Yeah, so I think it was Frank Houghton.
Frank?
That did own it previous to Dad when they bought 42, 41.
41 or 42, somewhere in
41, I
there.
think,
That's when your
yeah.
dad bought it? Okay.
Yeah,
Oh, wow.
yeah.
And do you know anything about the house? Like when it was built, who built it, who owned it initially? Or
Or the bricks seem to be local. Could be, but I don't know. I remember asking Mom and Dad at some point, like, who built or when was the house built? No idea,
No.
time-wise. Just knew, like when I was here, that was how long ago? 50 years ago.
yeah.
Yeah.
At least.
Um,
Yes. More
yeah.
than that, but
Probably.
it was this set up as a hotel or something at one time?
I don't know if it was a
Well,
hotel.
because there was a kitchen in the basement.
Oh, was there?
That's back in the 1800s. Most of the kitchens were in the basement.
Yeah, I know that, but
And that
Oh.
you went down the outside steps,
Yeah.
and that's where the kitchen was.
Really? Okay.
There was a big cistern downstairs.
Yes, Dad put that in.
Your dad put that
You
in?
used it. You used it?
Oh, yeah.
It was filled.
This was a doctor's house at one point.
Okay.
So that
So
might
it was,
explain
eh?
it.
Oh, okay.
That might explain it because they must have had waste.
Right.
Yes, and
That's-
glass doesn't.
So was it built for a doctor? Is that what you
I
think?
don't
Or
know if it was actually built for a doctor, but it was used as a doctor's house.
now, how
So
did you hear that? Or is there evidence of that? Or
No, well, my parents knew that,
okay.
but I don't know from what
When to when.
Okay.
years that was utilized. But the basement was downstairs, and then of course bedrooms up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Third floor, because the main floor was the
It was the basement.
doctor's office.
Yeah. Oh, the basement was the doc. Oh no, the main floor was okay. The basement was the kitchen. So when you were living here, you had relocated the kitchen to the main floor
Yeah,
Yeah.
before we moved.
before you moved in.
I would assume that must be.
Oh, okay.
So
yeah.
that little granny flat wasn't there when you lived there. Was the people after you?
No, and
It was there?
That
it
was
was moved here in 1953,
Okay.
and unfortunately, I found papers for it being moved,
yeah.
but this was before you had contacted us,
Oh.
and I had gotten rid of them.
Rid of
but
them.
I
Oh,
got
I
the
see
year
that.
anyway.
But it was so 53.
And the
Now,
fir-
where did it come from?
understand.
Cooks.
Yeah, I know. You when you were talking to Gary, he
He
had
said-
a different story.
Yeah, I know. I've
I
heard.
don't know where that came from.
I've heard both Schaumburg and Cookstown.
Oh, okay,
So
so-
you're telling me
Well, you would
Cookstown.
know. And
Now-
it was for what purpose? Sorry, I'm dying of curiosity
No.
too.
Well,
For
no,
my grandmother.
it was for your grandmother. Now, was it one? It wasn't one in a lottery.
No.
No, he actually bought it, right? He bought it. Okay.
well, it's amazing the stories.
I know, I know.
Unless he won it in a lottery that we're not aware of.
Okay.
Okay.
We just knew
Well, it's
that he
slim chance
bought
everybody
a
else
house
would know.
or got a house to move
We were there for your
grandmother. So.
for your grandmother. That's right.
Yeah.
One of the things about the house before they moved in, Bob Pulford,
Yes.
the hockey player,
Yep.
he was born here. You knew that.
Yes.
Wait, no, okay, but tell me more. Was he
Yeah.
born here?
Yeah, he was born here, right?
Yes.
Yes, that's all I know.
Yeah.
Any
Okay, so
idea-
you guys are aware of that.
And
Yeah,
any
that's
idea
a
how
cool
long he
fact.
lived here?
No, I don't know if he was in his teens or if he was still in his childhood
Okay.
when they moved to Toronto.
Right. But I also heard there was other Pulfords in the area as well. Was there
Yes.
not? Yeah, down across the street or so.
Yeah, I think there's some long list of relatives in the Pulfords. I mean, in small communities, it's amazing who you might be related to, but
Yeah. So could you just talk a bit about your grandparents? Where were they living?
Only my grandmother. My grandmother,
Yeah.
well, I guess probably my grandfather too. I never knew him, but they lived on the 9th.
On the night. Okay.
Second farm in, I think. Yeah, second farm.
I mean,
Second or third. Second,
One or
maybe.
the other.
okay.
Anyway, yes, so I only knew it as my grandmother's place, and that's not where they grew up. They came from Alliston area
Okay.
and farmed there,
In Allison. Okay.
and then bought this farm down here. And I don't know if Dad ever actually lived on the farm, but I think he did for us. If he did, it was a short time.
Okay.
But my grandmother farmed, and my uncle took over the farm.
Which
Did
and
they
what was
have
his name?
cattle Or, oh, sorry,
Well,
all these questions.
yeah,
Everything.
Okay.
Yeah. What was his name?
My
Your uncle.
Elgin.
Elgin. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, he was the one that kept the farm
Yeah.
after my grandmother moved. And she moved to that little house down on 27 that Gary said it was somebody else had lived there, but it was my grandmother that lived there.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so that's the first one coming down the hill
Right. Okay.
on this side. So
I don't think we. Yeah, we can't
probably
see it.
can't even
No,
see it
can't
through
see it
the
from here.
trees now, but
Okay. And how long did your grandmother live there?
I don't know. Trying to think, but I don't know. I might have.
But she lived there before, and after she moved here.
She moved. Yes,
Yeah.
she moved from the farm.
Yeah.
And my uncle took over the farm, and she moved into the little house down there.
Yeah. Lived there by herself.
Yep.
Okay.
And then when the house was moved here, it was moved here for her.
Right.
So she moved up here.
Up here. Right. So she wasn't in that little house too long. Maybe a couple of years, or not sure. No.
A few years. I'm trying to think, and to put dates together, I'll have to look up when it was. But
You did have something about when Uncle Alvin bought the farm.
Yes.
You still have that information?
yeah,
Okay, so
Yes,
you,
I-
you have that, and if you knew whenever,
This
there's something that we could look up, you
Oh,
know,
okay. Yeah.
Okay,
to get
yeah.
if you
Yeah.
want to just to get an
Yeah,
idea. I think we do have some of that information, but
Yeah.
it may not be. Well, unless you brought it with you. She brought stuff with her.
Oh,
Yeah, I did.
excellent. Oh, okay. Perfect. Excellent.
Good,
Oh,
good,
good.
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 brought what I could find.
Yeah.
But I would say my grandmother was probably there. I never remember her being on the farm. We just went to the farm, and my uncle was there. So I don't know. I know as a child, my grandmother was always down the hill. So
Okay. Yep.
yeah.
And you probably said, but what was her name again?
My
Your
grandmother
grandmother's
was
name.
Mabel.
Mabel.
Okay. And what was her maiden name? Any idea? Just wondering, is it a
Holt.
local name? Holt. Okay. Was she local?
Well, they all came from the Alliston
Alice area. Okay.
area, so
Yeah.
yeah.
And what about your
Oh, very
mum? Your mum's last name? What was her name?
Holmes,
Holmes. And where was your mum from?
Alliston,
Allison as well.
Alliston
Okay.
area.
Okay.
Yeah, their homestead was kind of out, just going into Alliston. I can't even remember the concession or
Right.
line, but
Okay.
yeah.
So you were born here?
Yeah.
Okay. And siblings?
My older brother David.
Okay. So there's
Yes.
two of you that were in here. So there was four of you living in this house.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
And there was 3 bedrooms upstairs?
Yes.
3 small bedrooms upstairs?
Yeah.
Who dug the well here? Was that your dad did that, or was it here before?
The one out north of the house.
Yeah,
Dad.
your dad dug it. So was there a well here before that? No.
The one, the well that's on this
Oh, property there? Yep.
that it kind of, it's not dead center, but it's
Sort of on the
both-
property line,
both
yeah.
properties,
Yes, right, yes.
and we both use the well.
Both use that well.
And we would always get our water. We never had hard water in the house for quite a while.
Right,
We used to bring it in to the house.
right,
We
okay.
had soft
Right,
water
yes.
from the cistern,
Oh.
Ah,
Oh,
okay,
okay,
yeah,
yeah.
but then we had to bring in water for drinking and whatever.
Right,
until
right.
Dad I don't even know time-wise when that was put in, that he brought water in that we
Okay.
could drink. So,
Yeah.
but that was probably from the new well
Right.
that's north of the house.